Let me see. Clear that off. Get recentered. Find out Monday's high right there, and then you always can go back. Let's see. We're gonna get a fresh markup, so at least we'll know what we're looking for on GBP JPY. So interesting. We'll find our support levels, and it could be honestly, could be coming back to retest. Right here, I'll show you guys like where there's a support at right there, but it could be coming back to retest. Go right down to the hour. It's possible. Yeah, it could come back down to retest. We'll see though. Gold. Yesterday, we were expecting it to go up. We actually bought this yesterday. We seen some profit, but it actually went like scalping it, like it went right to TP1 and turned around. It literally turned around and proceeded to drop. So in order to sell it right now, we do have some bearish momentum, but you definitely want it to break these lows. If it breaks these lows, then you're gonna be looking forward to come down to Monday's low. All right, pretty much smaller time frame. Smaller time frame is going to be the entry, but you can kind of see how it's just forming a support right here. If it doesn't break below this, then we just wait for our original play, which is going to be at the top, our break and retest of Monday's high. And I'll keep these alerts. NAS, same thing for NAS. You know, it's underneath Monday's high right now. Okay, so Monday's high is our rejection. So right now, I mean, you kind of is really not moving. Right? I have my VTA levels on here, but still, just like gold, we need to break these levels. We need to break at least 12,400 right here. And from there, we can expect it to go down. But for me, looking at this, it will be hard to trade this, honestly. And me personally, unless it was just super clean, I wouldn't trade it. All right. I wouldn't look to sell this thing, especially not right here, just because the last time it was in this area. And if we drag this box all the way over, clean this up a little bit. Zoom out so everybody can see it clearly. But look, if you zoom out right here, you'll see how we just had support and resistance, right? Right here is acting as resistance. It broke above, came back, retested it, and now it's acting as support. All right, so even right here, even if it does come in this area, this is still a strong possibility to where the market could buy right here. All right, so you don't want to get trapped in that, especially you know, when you can avoid it, because what happened is our original markup. All right, we still got our Monday's high right here that we're expecting this thing to break. And let me do this, put it on a mid level because it's close to that 12,500. And then take this off. Yeah, I wouldn't. Me personally, it'd be hard to say sell that. I think it's making a head and shoulders. Yeah, it's making a head and shoulders. It definitely for me, just personally, I would be waiting for this neckline to break. Like the way that we trade, man. Yeah, just being patient, letting it break the Monday's high up here if it's gonna buy. Would be awesome, right? Remember, it has to break Monday's high. If it stays underneath that Monday's high, then that means it's going to reject, and then the trend is probably going to reverse, right? It came up here once before, but you see it couldn't break. All right, in this area right here, just came up here, rejection, came up, broke a little bit, boom, closed underneath. And now you see it's kind of rejecting, rejection, fail. So, I mean, you risky if you're trying to get in on this right now. Most definitely wait. And then we got our Monday's low right here. So at this zone, this gray zone right here, I definitely would be looking to trade it down. And if it broke this zone, then this would be my TP down here. And let's do yep, right there, perfect. All right, so yeah, you kind of could just hang out right now. I'm on trading this. I'll drop it in the chat real fast so you guys will have it. It's 30. It's 30 what I was looking for a sale. I was kind of looking for the same thing. But you'll see, pretty much the same thing on NAS. Right? It shot up and broke above Monday's high. And this where we were yesterday, right? Could have caught a few pips right here. I know Katie crushed it. She was calling these buys from this area here. And look, we're just back in that area now, and we're still underneath Monday's high. So, I mean, still, we scalp it. So if we see an opportunity, we can sell it. But still, man, this thing could be getting bullish, or we just want to wait till the rejection happens and we just sell out. You are welcome. So yeah, this is it's one of them trading things, man. It's just a critical moment, because even if this box right here, if we move it up to where our Monday's highs at, and we fill in that wick, this is literally support right here. So just gotta be patient, see if it's gonna go down, because it could reject at support, right? Keep on moving up, or it could break and retest, and that support could become a resistance and move down. So yeah, we're gonna be waiting. For a second, we do got a little retest right there. Yeah, so look, last 30 minutes. Yeah, last 30 minutes, we got a little rejection. Let me see if we got a. Once it breaks support, doesn't need to come back to support or reject again before you enter for a sell. Yeah, so support will turn into resistance, right? Think about falling through the floor. Fall through the floor, you look up, ceiling is going to be above you. And if that happens, and this is, I'll show you what it look like. Like, this would be pretty much perfect. But look, all right, so you see how there's a Monday's high right here, right? And that's why I love the strategy so much. All right, there's a Monday's high right here. So if price is underneath Monday's high, then it is we expect it to go back down to Monday's low, right? Because you got to think about it. Monday is the consolidation. Like, Monday sets the perimeters, right? So if it's above Monday's high, all right, we want it to keep on going up. If it's below Monday's high, we want it to keep on going down to Monday's low. All right, so in this case right here, look, we follow this impulse. Look, we were above Monday's high. Let me I like this plane, man. Easy to follow along. So look, we was bouncing above support right here. All right, bouncing above support. Next thing we know, boom, we fell through the floor. All right, we in the basement. Well, the ceiling, if you go down into the basement, the ceiling of that basement, man, you want to go back up. So you take on and try to go back up, but there's a ceiling. So you hit your head on the ceiling, you come back down, right? So now, and this is like if you can understand this concept, then it really doesn't matter the time frame, right? Because the strategy really is still the same. So now, what I'm expecting it to do, all right, boom, I got an impulse on a 15-minute. All right, we just got our two bullish candlesticks. So now, look, it's forming a support right here. I'm expecting it to come back inside my golden zone, which is aligning with my Monday's high, my C3 level, which is now should be resistance, right? If I start seeing rejections in this area, bullish momentum, then now guess what? I can sell it. All right. If not, then I wait. I have to wait until it actually closes above, right? And you'll know, look, hold up. No. This is how you kind of know, and you gotta understand this too, that trading is all probabilities, right? Is literally all probabilities. But look, right here, price broke above, broke back below. If we were expecting it to retest, and reject, guess what? Boom, it didn't. Right? It came back to that line and it just broke straight through. Right? Then it broke back down below again. And guess what? Boom, it broke right back through. It didn't do what we wanted it to do. It kept on buying. Right? Both opportunities, and I'll say this too. Both of these buys right here, got to keep in mind we scalp. So both of these buys right here, you would have had opportunity to close profits and catch profits on both of these. Let me do it like this. Let me highlight this box. We're gonna do a dark purple. What's in the purple box? All right, you would have had an opportunity to buy it, right, and be able to close profit. Why? Because it's above Monday's high, right? And if you can understand that and keep that concept, then, like I said, you will be able to execute in the market. Yeah, because my goal is for you guys to have enough confidence to be able to say, hey, you know, I see something going on in the market, I can execute it, because not everybody trades, you know, this time in the morning, or, you know, you might only have an hour right now, and then later on you might come back to the charts, you know, whatever fits your schedule for you to become self-sufficient. So yeah, this would be, you got to understand the pattern too. So I'm only looking for one type of pattern: break, retest, right? Break, retest, fall. So if the market comes back to this level, on Monday's high level, boom, I put me alert here as well. If it comes back to this level, then I'm expecting it to drop. All right. But the thing is, I used to set limits and stuff like that. But man, let me tell you, do 32,500. Yeah. Right there. I used to do limits and stuff like that. But man, I like to monitor my trade. I like to monitor my trades nowadays. So yeah, you'll see, I say right here, if we reject right here, this would be Monday's high, and I'm definitely expecting it to keep on going down, but we got to reject first. If it doesn't reject that, then you know we finna take off, right? And it really, it could take off, right? It could just be coming back to retest if it doesn't reject. All right, we do got some bullish momentum. And you got to keep in mind too, that we're scalping. All right, that we're scalping. So it's an in and out move. This move might come back, hit TP, and then reverse, and for the rest of the day might be bullish. So yeah, we'll see what happens right here. Yeah, we'll be patient. We'll see what happens. Another thing too, another tip that has helped me out tremendously, guys, is clearing out the charts and not formulating a hard bias before the move actually happens. And what I mean by that is that a lot of times, when you're trading, you'll mark up a chart and you'll put what you expect to happen, which means you're basically predicting the market, right? And what happens is whatever we predict, we start looking for more confirmations to make that happen. And to a certain extent, that's true. Like you are looking for confirmations, but the difference is that you're going to react, right? You're not going to predict, you're going to react. Because when you predict, like I said, sometimes you hold on to that bias so strongly that you can know you wrong. You can know you wrong, but because now you formulated that bias, you formulated that opinion. It's kind of like I don't know about y'all, but I ain't been saved my whole entire life. But it's like judging somebody or formulating an opinion of somebody before you actually get to know them, right? You heard something from somebody else, formulate an opinion, and that's how it is. That's how you see that person forever. That's kind of how trading is, right? You don't want to formulate an opinion, like a super strong opinion, right? Until it's time to react. Right. Start looking for confirmations. Like here, all right, we're expecting it. We're expecting it to reject. Right. We're expecting it to reject, but the market could just blow through that. Right. And like I said, a lot of times what happened is you won't even because you've already formulated that opinion, your mind isn't even registering. Oh, if you just flip your bias, because trading is like the simplest, most complicated thing ever, right? Because if it's going up, you buy it. If it's going down, you sell it, right? So if it's not going down, then it got to be going up, right? And if it ain't going up, then it got to be down, right? Even in consolidation, right? So, man, this is that simple. But like I said, we as humans, man, our emotions, we mess it up. Guys, I just want to tell you guys, don't formulate the opinion too strong. Because even though like on the call right now, what time is it? All right, 7:22. We was talking about this the other day. 7:22. We'll go out to the 30-minute, see what it's looking like. All right, on the 30-minute right now is not telling me, oh, I'm finna sell in the next 30 minutes, right? Or in these next 6 minutes. Right. I would definitely, if I was finna sell this market, it definitely would have to be down here. Right. We do have a doji candle here, but this candlestick, I want to be selling. I want to be selling after a bearish candlestick. Right. I want to be selling and this candlestick is bullish. Right. Because if it continues bullish, it's just breaking retest, original bias above Monday's high and up. Here we go. We in for a buy. And we will be targeting first off these levels up here. Let me delete all this purple. All right, let's go to GJ, see what it's looking like. Not 40 pips. Yeah, this is decent right here, man. Let's take these buys on GJ. All right, pull up GJ chart. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I just went ahead and bought GJ. Right here. All right, let's get it. See if we can get this market to continue up. All right. 30 stop loss is gonna be right at 30 pips. All right, so every 0.01 0.01 is gonna be $3. All right, if you're using the dollar, it'll be $30. Using tens of dollars, it'll be $300. All right, we're risking $300. All right, let's use this point. You're risking $300 for overall TP of you'll be right at 1,300 if we hit the TP right here. I'll do this. And we'll just manage our risk according. Our stop loss is going to be a little bit closer. Save us a few pips if it doesn't go our way. If we don't keep the bullish momentum, we'll be looking at 160-200 is where I'm putting my stop loss. 160-200. We can stay above this level. All right. Look at it from 30-minute perspective. So you guys what I'm looking at. All right, so this is the previous. This is the previous Monday's low right here. Look, if price closes, our stop loss is in the area. If price closes right here and hits our stop loss, then now we're just looking at it. Oh, okay, it's going the opposite direction. But right now, I'll show you guys how we're reading this. All right, now look where we're at. All right, let's say this is our little jet. All right, boom, we broke above Monday's high. We taking off. All right, boom. All right, now we start to pull back. All right, pull back, pull back, pull back. We find support. All right, got some tweezer bottoms right here. Breaks back above this previous Monday's low. And we closed bullish. So now we're just expecting this to continue bullish. All right, we're a little bit above the EMA. We just started breaking above, and we're expecting it to continue bullish. Drop down to 30-minute. which is the increment that we're closest to. We just actually just opened up. And what we'll be looking for, you'll basically be looking for, and this is how I like to trade. We're basically looking for this candlestick to now continue up bullish. All right, we want this candlestick to continue bullish. Now, if this candlestick starts to come back down here, then this is where we start to mitigate our risk. Start to look at the 5-minute. At this point, this is where I say, all right, for me, all right, start cutting losses, right? You don't have to cut the whole position, but at this point, it didn't do immediately what I wanted it to do, and I'm scalping. But if I close a little bit of the position, right? If it closed below my level right here, then now I can protect myself because I say, hey, it's not doing what I wanted to do. It's reversing. It's not following my trend right here because I'm following my EMA. So we're above. As long as we're above the EMA, it's buying, right? As long as we're above the EMA on the time frame that we're in, it's gonna go up. The second that it closes below that EMA, though, now you have to look at it and say, hey, we selling. Or we cannot be selling. We just be breaking under to come back and touch this support. Give a 1-to-1 really fast. All right, boom. Instead of just close out, I close out 50% right there and draw down. Let's see what time it is. All right. Yeah, so I just closed 50%. So listen, so I'm scalping, right? So usually when you enter a trade, you go boom immediately into profit, right? We want to know if we in profit. We want to know if we're right really, really fast, and we want to know if we're wrong really, really fast. All right. So what happens is how we were expecting this to continue on up. Look, now it's coming back to our EMA and it's starting to close below. Well, if it doesn't hit my stop loss here, then now I'm going to close out another 75%. Because why would I, like, if I know it's a losing trade, why would I hold the whole position? Right? That's what I'm learning as a trader, right? Start cutting our losses really, really quick, right? Because when you got the numbers, and this is where confidence comes in at, when you got the numbers and you have the stats, then you know that, hey, there's a high probability that the next trade that you take is going to go and hit your TP, which is going to be double, right? Which is going to be, because we usually trade a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. So if we're cutting our losses at, we understand that our losses at 15 pips, at 20 pips, then that means we're getting out quick. All right, we're saving ourselves some risk on the day. So this one does not look like it's gonna hold for 30 seconds.
Look like Zach asked a question in the chat. Hey, said that you just closed 50%.
Yeah. If it closes underneath this EMA, then I'll close 50%. I mean, we can always, I already closed 50%. If it closes underneath this EMA, then I'll close it out because now I understand, all right, this scalp right here, we're wrong. And now you come back and you say, all right, I reassess, take another position. and we'll go from there. All right, so now look, close underneath is not doing what I want it to do. So now I'm gonna close out majority of my position. All right, I'll leave a tiny piece running just in case it goes back in profit. But outside of that, there's no need of saying, hey, let me hold on to this trade. Right. And that's, I'm telling you, that's a lesson. It might not make sense right now when you're trading, but that's a lesson that you have to go through. Literally went through it yesterday. All right. When you're wrong, you're wrong. But you have to understand the probabilities. So the next trade that you take another setup, you're probably going to be right. All right, so I'll leave a little piece of that running. Stop loss is still going to be the same. And I'll put it on the screen. Now that don't mean, I'll say this too, that don't mean if it starts doing what I need it to do, then I'll re-enter. Let's see what the stop loss was again.
You got Bree. She said good morning. What did she miss?
Morning. Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
Oh, sorry.
So you watch that formation or that candle. It looks, you started the 30 minutes, went to the 5 minute, and you went to, I think, did you go to the 1 minute?
Yeah, I looked at the 1 minute right as the 5 minute was closing to see if it was going to close below.
Okay. All right. Just trying to figure out when I should be. Okay.
Yeah, basically, like I said, mitigating my risk. And like I said, that's something that I'm gonna be honest, it's a hard lesson to deal with because truthfully, even calling out trades to you guys, I mean, I don't want to lose money. I know you guys don't want to lose money. So at the same time, when you're in a loser, don't hold on to it, cut it. Because now I say, all right, well, it's the difference in closing 50% here and closing out 300. Let me see. I'll tell you guys exactly. It's the difference in, okay, this trade closing out at a loss of $329 versus it coming to hit my stop loss and now it being right at $800. You see what I'm saying? I just saved myself $500 by saying, hey, this trade isn't doing exactly what I needed to do. Even though this is the bias that we formulated, I'm out of the trade. I can wait. It's obviously not doing what I needed to do. So we entered this trade because it was above our previous Monday's low. Right? And we just broke above, we broke above that. Now what it's doing, now what it's doing here, and this is why I say like cutting those losses short so that way, you know, you still have equity to trade throughout the day. When we get that loading back. Now what I see it doing now is it's rejecting a level. All right, this is our previous Monday's low right here. All right, so boom, we broke above last week's Monday's low. Boom, we push up we start to pull back, we get to that level, we get tweezer bottoms right here. We get tweezer bottoms right here, and this is support, right? Tweezer bottom support, come back with a retest candle, boom, start to push up. We drop down to a smaller time frame, the 30-minute. Well, you'll see, well, look, we broke above, retest candle, another set of tweezer bottoms, retest candle, and now look, boom, it just came back down. Right, instead of it going up, it just came back down. Risk to reward full TP was willing to lose 30 pips to gain right at 140 pips. Right. So you taking it off risk to reward, and you taking it off of support and resistance still. But at the same time, we managing risk. And because we're scalping, like I just said, as you see now, like the trade is coming back to hit stop loss. But because I've cut majority of my losses, it's okay, because now I'm out of the market quick. I say, all right, well, that one didn't do what I wanted to do. Let's wait. Because now what happens is, if this 30-minute and 18 minutes, if this closes underneath this Monday's low here, you will see, oh man, this is going to be a bearish engulfing. Now we're looking for it. You'll say, now I'm looking for sales. All right, we just talked about this. If it ain't going up, then it's going down. All right. You don't just straight up impulse it, right? We wouldn't just impulse and say it's selling right now, because it still could be rejecting here and push back up. We still got time. But if it closes and gets some bearish momentum and starts to close underneath these lows, then now we can sell it. All right. Or you get down on a smaller time frame and you'll see a break in the retest in there. Let's drop down. No, definitely. We would just wait till it close below these lows right here and say, okay, well, now that level isn't strong enough. This market is going to push down. See, so boom, trade just hit stop loss. Yep, scalping on the 5-minute. All right, so boom, now check this out. Uh-oh. So stop loss on US 30 is always going to be right at 500 pips. So look. So now look at this. So yeah, so now I'm looking, yes, I am looking at sell on US 30. So now with US 30, Let's see. We got just closed below. I'm selling US 30. Oh, I need that. Let's see. All right, if it doesn't hold, same thing on US 30. If it doesn't hold this level, it just closed underneath the zero. If it doesn't hold that level, then obviously I mean, it's not going down. But right now, stop loss. Be looking like right at 500 pips stop loss. You'd be looking at 32,470. Let's see if we can get this pushed down. 0.01 negative $50. TP1. Oh, don't do me like that. All right, 1-1 on here. All right, so let's see if this continues to fall. Look, like I said before, we got the rejection from this area. Start to push down, just close below the zero here. This candlestick is the one that we're expecting a retest on. If not, no problem. We're still in this area of we want to see a rejection. All right. So basically, you want to see this. I'll show y'all. That's the pattern that we want to see. So we'll see if we can get it. Victoria, you still on here?
Yes, I am.
What you got? What you got on NAS?
I was about to send a signal. If this closes bearish, then I'm gonna sell it.
All right.
Trying to get it out there though. Hold on.
All right. Man, you should be, if you executed US 30 with me, should be seeing a little bit of profits. Should be right around break even. And this is what you want to see. Like you want to see the market push down like this, especially at that level. See it kind of like bottom out. Okay. Come on in the room. Come on. All right. So at this point, you're a little bit in profit. I don't know what you guys traded GBP JPY with, but this pair is a whole lot more volatile than GBP JPY. So the profit is going to be a little bit different as well. But you are in a little bit of profit on this trade. Stop loss 32. All right, y'all in the blue. Hey, we moving. We moving. Y'all should be seeing some profit right now. The saying always goes, especially on these calls. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the blue, especially because we scalping, we always say it's on you. But you know, like whatever your risk tolerance is, like you got to be able to understand. Like for me, right, when I get a certain point in profit, y'all start closing out. Because I'm like, yo, let me take something home versus let me take nothing home. All right, so let's see if we can get this thing push on down, but we are in the blue with a little bit in profit. About 150 pips in profit. So like I said, mitigating risk. US GBP JPY, I just lost less than 30 pips. This trade, yeah, the risk is a little bit different, but you just went up 150 pips. All right, so it's all, like I said, it's all mitigating risk, but we want to see it drop down. Is there a certain? Yeah, so US 30, you definitely got to have a whole lot more liquidity than you do any other pair, because US 30 is like the most volatile pair, like out there. I would say US 30. Honestly, US 30, like we talking real risk. Like to be able to trade it, you at least need $1,000 on a 0.01, right? Which would be, you know, every trade that I would take, that's like a $50 loss for a $50 to $100 gain, right? That's like truthfully, right? You can trade it with less than $1,000, but it's hard because it's like, you know what I'm saying? You could get in 0.01, but if it pulls back just a little bit, then, you know what I'm saying, your account gone. Outside of that, regular Forex pairs, man, you can trade with as little as $50. But if you really want to see like some gains, and it just depends, it honestly just depends on what you're trying to do with it. Like if you're trying to live off of it, or if you're trying to use it as like a side hustle, or you know, just an extra source of income. If you're trying to live on it, then I would say, yo, don't take that $1,000 and try to trade US 30 with it. Take that $1,000 and go to a funded account. All right, go to learn the skill set first, of course, and then take that $1,000 to a funded account. All right, that would definitely why try to make 100% flip on 1K when you can. Exactly. And that's how, like, you got to understand, that's how I was introduced to it. So it took me years, right? It took me years to get away from that mindset. Let's go. Yo, you guys are deep off in the blue right now. Definitely start taking some profits. Right here on US 30. Boom, taking some profit at this point. Boom, stop loss. Not stop loss. Stop profit is going in. All right, stop profit is going in right under my entry.
Oh, I forgot I had myself off of mute. I'm up here really going through it with my throat. Well, if y'all in that Nash trade, y'all in profit too. I don't know.
Let's go, double trouble, huh? 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 Hey, y'all should be up in US 30. We all right at should have been at scene roughly about 350 pips on US 30. So definitely opportunity to close out with some profits right there. Mm, 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 mm. Hit the TP. Hit the TP. All right, but now y'all deep off in the profit. Everybody should be in the blue. Like, is anybody not in the blue that took this trade? If you took NAS, you should be in the blue. Everybody should be in profit. Yo, great session. 1 for 2. 1 for 2 with a monster trade though. And this is what I mean, mitigating the risk. Let's say US 30 even 0.01. Let's go back to it. 0.01. If you traded that GBP JPY 0.01, you lost let's say whole thing you lost $30. All right, then we come back and we just take a US 30 trade, right? And now 0.01, you should be right at break even for the day, or at this point you should be in more profit, right? Because 0.01 right now you'll be seeing about 40 or so bucks, right? Almost 500. Let's go. Hey, this man said this session make him want to call out of work. Let's go. Yo, I'll tell you, it's different. Like, it's different, man. Honestly, it's different. Like I tell people, man, it took me 3 years to learn this skill set, but now that I got it, like, bro, this trade, this one trade right here is, man, one trade, somebody 2-week paycheck. You see what I'm saying? We're not even risking a lot. Right? Risking 1 to 2%, or me personally, 1 to 2.5%. I dropped that down to one. I need to drop it down to 1%. No, but 1 to 2% a day. All right, when we come back, we lose the GBP JPY trade, cut the losses early, and now, boom, we in the US 30 trade. This is about to hit TP. At this point, you should have made back what we lost on GBP JPY unless you over leverage. And look, boom, it's right at TP. You take the majority of your profits right here, or you could be the risky one and say, hey, it just got to hit TP. But that ain't me. But anyway, you take the majority of your profits here, you put a stop profit in, and now guess what? You let it run. Because guess what? What if it falls? All right, look at 30 minutes. We got 2 minutes left. Look how bearish this momentum is, right? I told you guys before. And it's fire. I told y'all before, like, we looking forward to break this level. Yo, if you in this trade, TP should oh no, you got close. Like, your TP should be lighting up to get smashed. I'm like, we're right there on it for TP. All right, but look how hard this bearish momentum is, right? If we get the break in the close below our TP, then now, yo, you can go for another 50 pips. Yes, sir. TP smashed. My neighbor's probably like, what the fuck going on over there? They'll knock on the door, tell her we in our bag. Yo, TP just got smashed 500 pips for US 30. Yo, let's get it. Great call this morning. Great call. All right, we up right now. We trailing. You should be up about 570 pips if you're still holding this. All right, if you got a runner running right now, then yo, we lit. We lit. All right, I get too excited trading now. All right, baby. TP smash on call. You take the majority of your profits. Literally take the majority of your profits right here, and let a runner run. All right, great trade. Man, great trade. TP smash. Do the dash. Any questions? Any questions? We done this work for today. That's it. That's it. You ain't got to work no more. Anybody got any questions right there? All right. Look, we play this. Man, I'm gonna drop this. Man, this is gonna be a good recording. All right, because this is exactly. Look, I told Katie this yesterday. I'm gonna tell y'all this now. Man, I've been looking for confidence like in this skill set for so long. I'm like, man, like I know I can trade, but man, where's the confidence at? You know what I'm saying? Like, just where is it at? You know what works, but like, why be scared to execute? Man, it took me hard lesson to learn, but it took losing $400,000 worth of funded accounts, right, in these last few months for me to realize like, oh crap, like, bro, y'all good at this, are really good at this, right? And the thing is, if I'm good at this and I have the numbers and you do exactly what I do, or you pick up things that I do, then guess what? You're going to become good at it, right? Mentor mentee relationship, right? That's why we have let me just stop the chat, because everybody should be in profit. It should be we ain't got to worry about the charts no more. All right, we done our job right there. For real though, like, man, you just gotta grind this thing out. Because it's so worth it. All right. If you guys show up, pay attention, ask questions in the chat, requesting one-on-ones with myself, KD, Victoria, you're gonna get better at the skill set. All right. I'm telling you, it took me almost 4 years to get to this point. Okay. But now I'm like, man, it took me 4 years to learn how to make $500 to $1,000 a day. All right. No matter what, man, all that stuff I went through in the past, it don't even matter. The stuff that I'm gonna go through in the future, it don't even matter. All I know is that right now, in this point in time, that I've developed a unique skill set to be able to make $500 to $1,000 a day. And I want to teach y'all. I told Katie, I'm like, bro, I just want to just start teaching everybody. And like, cause it makes sense. Like, who couldn't benefit from knowing how to make $500 to $1,000 from their phone? All right. And I'm so glad that you guys are here. So glad. Cause I can't wait till you guys get funded. I can't wait till you guys doing these live calls and we taking y'all signals. Right? I'm telling you, I'm telling y'all, this the time, y'all. This is time. And let me show y'all this, because y'all, a lot of people don't study this. Prices pulling back up. That's cool. We got TV smash. That's why you take majority of your profits. And I had some tough lessons to learn. Some really tough lessons to learn with trading, with not taking profits. But yeah, great trade. 500 pip TP schmizashed. All right, show y'all this. Some I started looking at. I heard it from stock traders the other day. What's it called? Inverted yield curve. I started looking at this, and is basically, yesterday was my first day really starting to study it, but I understand what it's doing. They're talking about this inverted yield curve right now, especially in the investing world, because over the last, I think, 15 times that this inverted yield curve has showed up in the market. And I believe this is where like short-term bonds I'm explaining it correct. You have to do your research on it, but I just want to show y'all this so y'all can understand where I'm coming from right here. Yeah, in your own time, just look this up. Inverted yield curve. But what it means is like short-term buy bonds are more valuable than long-term bonds, right? The short-term buys are worth more than the long-term buys. For the last 15 times that this has showed up in our economy, out of the last 15, it's either, I believe it's 11 or 13, right? That's a high probability out of 15, right? 11 or 13 times we have went into a recession, right? So think about that. If it's showing up now, right? And it shows up and then the recession happens. It said usually with historical data, this recession usually happens anywhere from 10 to 19 months down the road. So look at what's going on now. Like, we are all investors. Look at what's going on now. Look at inflation rates happening. Like, y'all see it every day. Gas going up, milk and bread going up. The essentials are going up. All right. Wages aren't going up. So that's common sense, right? If you ain't getting paid enough to buy gas and milk and bread, the essentials, then guess what? Your money, the dollar, it ain't worth nothing. It might as well be worthless. And that's how we end up in recession. So it showed up. I want you guys to go look at it because you have a recession proof skill. No matter if the dollar is going up or going down, no matter cryptocurrency is going up or going down, you have a skill set to be able to produce income. So, I'll get this recording uploaded later today. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us. 1 for 1 today. Took the L on GBP JPY. If you took that trade, full stop loss, negative 30 pips. If you took US 30, we made that back plus 500 pips. All right, so right at 470 pips for the day. Great morning. So yeah, outside of that, peace, love, gratitude. If anybody has any questions, shoot me a message in the chat or reach out to me, and I'll give them an answer. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.